Okay, hello everyone, this is kayDbait again. This is going to be a little different than all my other videos. This is going to be me talking about one of the dreams I had. Not like the previous one where it's like my dreams are, but no, I mean, I talked about sleeping and dreaming in a previous video. So I thought I'd talk about one of my dreams, one of the dreams I've actually had in the past. And it's one of the most prominent dreams I've ever had. I remember in my last video I said it lasted a really, really long time. And it was very interesting because it was almost like a video game-esque dream. And I had a long run of these dreams previously, long time ago when I was growing up. I went to a place, it was supposed to be training ground where you didn't age, it was real life, you didn't age, and you can practice your job set or skill set of powers for as long as you wanted. But you can never leave. If you did leave, which there was a way to, which is pretty much quitting the game, but you couldn't save. So you lost all the stuff you got, but you got to see what you were like without worrying about age. And what happened was, I went in there and I got to the max everything, and didn't want to leave because I was as strong as I can get, and I was pretty much immortal there because you don't age. And it was very interesting because I was just staying there practicing for a really long time. That was like the jump ahead part. It was like 5,000 years or whatever. And then like 5 people showed up because people came and went all the time. And it was like this giant room that had like an arena on it. Kind of like in video games where you have a circular arena, like that one video game, Soul Calibur, the circular arenas. And it was really high up, and below was, what was below us? Crocodile? Nothing? I think it was nothing. I think it was just as deep as it can go, forever. And if you fell off, you were supposed to not be able to get back up and stuff. So you were supposed to quit. And what happened was these 5 people who showed up, challenged me, and they were all specific to a type of combat. There was the guy that was like 10 feet tall and just as wide, all power. Then he had a giant sword. Very video game class groups. Then there was the really fast guy. Then there was the really skilled guy that was similar to me. I think he was the leader. Then there was the guy that threw everything. And I don't remember if there was a 4th, or if there was a 5th guy. There was at least 4 of them, though. There was those 4, the big guy, the fast guy, the skilled guy, and the throwing guy. And they were all max. They were all max in what they did, which actually was higher than me, because they focused on those, so their caps were higher than mine. And what happened was, they all attacked me because they wanted to figure out how to... I think they did the same thing I did, but in a different place, or they did it outside and came in just because I was the guy that everyone tried to fight and always lost. So they attacked me, and it was an actually really well choreographed fight in my dream. I actually wrote it all down. I don't know where the paper is right now. And what happened was they showed up and talked to me for a little while, and then I was like, well, whatever, you know, everyone, you know, says that kind of stuff to me. And then, you know, I beat him. And this is obviously my dream, so it's like into my direction, so it's not like I'm all that awesome, it's my dream. So they attacked me, and I don't remember exactly how the fight goes, but there was a chain guy. The guy that threw stuff also used chains, that's right. That was a big part of the fight, because I was running along them, which was kind of cool. And I have all of it written down, and I'm thinking of posting it as a request on Newgrounds to see if anyone will make a flash video of it, because it's really detailed what I wrote down. Obviously, it's impossible to enact in real life, because it was all like over the top, you know, explosions, and it was all old school, like swords and chains and kunai stuff. And it really wasn't, it wasn't modern stuff. There was nothing modern about any of it. But when I find the paper, because it's in this big stack of dream journals that I have, I'll post it on Newgrounds and see it, or actually post it on this video when I find it, probably after I post this video. I'll ask anyone if they want to make a Newgrounds video of it, because it's really detailed in what I wrote down and how the dream actually went. And it wouldn't be too hard to, I mean, with all those stick figure fighting stuff that everyone does, that are actually very well choreographed, some of them, I could see it happening. I just don't have the skill to do that in that field. And I don't know, I thought it was a really cool dream, and I thought I'd share it with you. It's, I can give you some of the details. Let's see. I'm playing with a pencil. It starts off with them all just rushing me from all different directions, and me pretty much doing what everyone does at the start of a fight and blocking all of them at the same time, which is impossible. And then the big guy that's super strong is the last guy to swing, and I dodge, and he hits all of his friends, which was funny. So they all go flying around. They can't fly, but they all go jumping around. The chain guy saves them from falling off the thing. And then I just start messing with the big guy, you know, jumping behind him and hitting him in the back, and jumping him and hitting him in the head, because he can't hit me because I'm too fast. And it's generally that, you know, jumping around, just hitting him with little stuff, and knocking him into his friends, because he's the slowest of all of them, and he's really not as fast as a normal person, let alone the super fast people. And it's like Barrett compared to, you know, Vincent in the Final Fantasy movie, Final Fantasy VII movie. And it's, then they actually do knock me off the thing. And instead of falling, I was able to get to the outside wall that was really far away, and like stab my sword into the wall, because I used a sword too, and just kind of stand there, because they couldn't reach me. And the chain guy attacked me from far away, the guy that threw stuff. And I started deflecting all the stuff everywhere and using him to run along the walls. Because he was just throwing them at me, and then and as they were like hitting in front of me and behind me, I would be jumping around on them, and he was getting mad at me. So then he threw the chain, and the guys started going across. And I would try to knock it off the wall so they would fall, but then he would just, it would literally go into one, and then he would do this thing where it would split into like 50, and they were all bigger than the person. So even the big guy was swinging him around afterwards to try and hit me, but the chain guy was just shooting him everywhere. Like, he had that weird magic stuff like in Naruto, so it's not realistic. But what happened? I was running along the walls, and at one point I got one of the guys, like, just beating him up because he was by himself, because he was on the outside, and I threw him straight down into the hole. And I think one of the guys actually jumped down there and brought him back up, wall jumping. And by then I had pretty much beaten up a lot of the other people, and I think it was the chain guy was the last guy, and because he kept blocking everything and using the chains to run away, trying to get his friends back. And I wasn't letting him, because I was cutting him in half. And I got up close to him, and I was just cutting him all up as he was trying to shoot him everywhere, and he was just failing. And I think he cocooned himself in them, and just started exploding them everywhere out of, like, tendrils. Just as, like, his final, you can't hurt me now, and I'm just going to, you know, destroy everything. And so he was, I think, the strongest of them, technically. The skilled guy was cool, doing all kinds of deflecting the kunai as he threw them, so that they would hit in different places. And that was cool. He would throw a whole bunch of kunai everywhere. The skilled guy would jump up and start slashing them so they would splinter everywhere and shoot just chunks of metal everywhere. And sometimes then he would shoot chains, and the chains would hit that debris field and explode everywhere, and it was just like this giant wall of shrapnelized metal shooting at me, and then I would go and it was actually pretty funny. It was over the top. It was like just insane combat, and it was really cool because it was a dream that I had and remembered and wrote it all down. It was like 3 solid pages of text, front and back. And for a dream, that was like the first big dream I ever had. And I've had other smaller ones, other combat related, because I used to watch anime a lot, and I used to watch, I used to play video games a lot. I don't play video games very often anymore. But things like that, it was fun. It was an awesome dream, and I wanted to share that with you guys. If you have any cool dreams, share them. Obviously, this is as much for your entertainment as it is for me being nostalgic, because I was young when I had this dream. And keep it clean, for one thing. And take care. This video is probably a lot longer than the other ones. Take care. Bye.